I have no idea what song that is. I just made it up in my head. Because I'm like that. I'm a composer of sorts. I like to think that I'm creative, that I'm a creative sort of person. I don't know. What do you think? I have this fun little thing going on. You know how curtain bangs are on trend right now? My bangs just kind of want a curtain all by themselves. Only they're not long enough. So when they've been like not washed for a couple of days. This is basically what we have. Hi, Cole. Welcome to the party. I'm later than I normally am because scheduling. You never know when hubby's going to go. When he is not at work, when he hasn't left for work yet, I don't even want to mess with this because he'll be sitting there making money. I meant him going to work to make money. My thoughts are about him making money. Iva. Okay, so Iva is here. Thank you and welcome. Anyway, so he's going to be making noise. That's what I meant to say. Well, he's heading off to make money. I don't know where that came from. I guess my mind's on the sugar daddy fantasy that I have. That someday might be fulfilled. So how's it going, Iva? How's it going, Nicole? Welcome. So we're going to talk about stuff because that's what I do is I talk about stuff. I was not here on Sunday because, oh my goodness, what day is it even? We had moved. We're moving. We're in chaos. Things happen. I was just like, nah, I'm not going to do it. And then it was the 4th of July. And then I was like, yeah, we're not going to do it. So this was the first 4th of July that my husband and my dog experienced. My dog is not terrified of the fireworks. Glad to announce that. She was actually kind of fascinated by them. She stood out on the balcony of our new place and watched them with us and just kind of was like, that's kind of cool. Yeah, she didn't seem concerned at all. They were all around us. And then we found out after we watched the ones kind of shooting from behind the neighbor's house, because we didn't go anywhere because we're like, it was my husband's first 4th of July and my dog's here in the US. So I was like, we should go watch the fireworks. But I was absolutely dead, which we'll talk about later. But yeah, I was absolutely dead. He was dead. We were just like, no, we just want to sit in the house. And so then found out afterwards that there was a big fireworks display in the back. Like 3 apartment complexes have kind of a shared back area. They're separated, but they kind of share their parking lots and backyards are back there. And so they were lighting off fireworks there. So apparently there was a whole bunch of fireworks and we missed it. Oh, well, we heard it, but we didn't see it. We didn't know where it was coming from. We didn't know it was coming from our backyard. It happens. Anyway, so we have stuff to talk about. So I've been playing with things. I'm kind of getting things organized. You can see there's a really interesting blank wall behind me. This is the kitchen. So it's the best lighting here. I have a desk set up over here. We've been moving and getting things because we moved internationally. So if you're not familiar, our story, really quick version, is we were in Haiti. My husband is Haitian, so was my dog. I was down there teaching at a university, and then chaos hit. By the way, pray for Haiti right now because the president was just assassinated last night. Yeah, that's crazy. But we woke up to that this morning. Well, actually, I woke up to it. My husband was at work, and he got the news while he was at work. His wife has survived, and she was airlifted, I guess, to Miami. And so we don't know what's happening there, but we don't know what's going to happen with Haiti. So chaos hit a while. Yeah, it's crazy what's going on right now. So chaos hit when we were there, and we were basically shut in. I said this was going to be a quick story. It's not going to be a quick story because I'm telling the story. So now it's going to be a long story. But chaos hit. I basically was in my house for 6 weeks. Couldn't really go anywhere because as an American in the middle of nowhere, I'm a target. Most of the gangs that came out of the chaos were like focusing on kidnapping to try to support their causes and whatnot. They are actually backed by politicians. So the whole thing is really dirty. Anyway, the border opened up to the Dominican Republic and we ran for it. Took the dog and the cat. As I mentioned, the cat died in Dominican Republic. He got into some poison somebody had put out. But Pup is with us. So we were there, and then COVID hit, and our money-making abilities were shut down because I could no longer teach and that sort of thing. So I was teaching online, but then that shut down and they said you have to come back to the US to continue teaching. And then they kind of screwed me on that. But that ended up being why we got back to the US. And actually my husband got his visa really quickly. And I'll actually do a story on that one of these days, like just do a live stream about how he got his visa super fast. Because I think people might be interested in that. Maybe I'll do it on my other channel that I almost never use. And I don't live stream there, but I might. Because that would be interesting, maybe helpful for some people that are going through the immigration process, because that's going to be quite the process. So yeah, we ended up getting here. I got here in July of last year, and then he got here in November with the pup, and actually went down and got them, and then drove from Miami to Minnesota in less than 30 hours. I drove because he didn't have his license, because all of the government, his license was expired, and all the government offices in Haiti had been closed for quite a while, so, or inaccessible. Anyway, craziness. So that's what's up. So anyway, we moved with basically nothing, just suitcases. So we had no furniture or anything. And then we had been living in my niece's, first in my brother-in-law's, and then went to my niece's when we came back. I was in Massachusetts, and then we came back to Minnesota and stayed in my niece's basement for several months. And then it decided, okay, it's time to get an apartment. So we got an apartment, and we've been going on to like Facebook, Marketplace, and getting goodies here and there. So we got a nice dining room table with that six with the seating. Actually in really good shape. I mean, that's what I'm sitting on right now, is this chair. And that is, it was like $50. We got a free sectional that's really cute. It's got, like it's worn a little bit and stuff, but it was free. And it's really cute. And a bunch of other things. I got a table and stuff. So we got some stuff. So Superstarita is here. I had to roll my R on that. It just seemed like the right thing to do. So we are now in a new apartment, and so we are housekeeping, and trying to get all of our stuff together. So it's kind of fun trying to get all these goodies together, and having to buy all the dishes, and we'll have to get a microwave. We got a bunch of stuff we got to get, but we have our own place. We can walk around in our underwear. I mean, the things of home, the beauty of home, right? So it's kind of cool. We actually bought our bed off of Walmart, and then took a few days to get here because of the 4th of July. So we slept on the sectional. He slept on the floor. I can't do that. No, I can't do that. So I slept on the sectional. It was actually quite comfortable. Craziness. Yeah, thanks, Nicole. It's kind of fun to have a crazy life sometimes, and sometimes it's fun to have a normal life too. I don't know what a normal life is though, because apparently I haven't had one ever. Pretty much. I know. I think I have. I think it's been normal at some points in my life. So, anyway, yeah, it's been fun. So back to makeup. What do I got on? These glasses are from Pain. I think these are from Pain. Pain always marks them. No, they're not. Oh, they must be from Wearlight. These are from Wearlight. So they've got green on the top, this chartreuse green, which is so cute. And then this purple with kind of a texture through it. It almost looks like a wood grain at the bottom. Hopefully you can see that. They're so cute. I love these. And these, oh yeah, they are from Wearlight, because they were from that order where I placed the order, didn't get it. And then they said, we'll send them to you again. And I thought they were going to return them, but they remade the order, and then I got 2 of them. So I've got 2 pairs of these, and I really like them. This dress is from Forever 21, and I love it. It's just a cute little skater dress. It's not hot, even though it's velvet. It looks like it would be hot. It's not. I used to rock it in Haiti all the time. So, and I've had it for several years. So, my makeup, I'm doing a new thing, or I'm experimenting with a new thing that I did last 3 days of my palettes. And I did skip a few days when we were moving. I was just like, I can't do makeup. I'm like covered in sweat and dust and everything else. I can't do it. But I didn't actually tell people what the palette was, but I put it in my stories and said, do you want to guess? So I think I'm going to do that this 3 days. And then I may make a contest out of it and do like a giveaway contest. What do you guys think? Would that be fun? So if I do I use the palette, and then you guys can guess, and I'll try to give you some clues that hopefully will give somebody the right information so they can guess. I don't know. Anyway, so what I have on my eyes right now, I just kind of a wash of purple. I actually have 4 different colors going on there, but I almost used this water activated liner, but I'm like, I have not used it enough and I'm going to mess it up. And I like how this is looking. So I'll just go with this. So that's what I have on my eyes. And then I can talk about my makeup a little bit too. So, but I won't tell you what's on my eyes right now because this is the first day of the 3 days that I'm using that palette. But the last one was this. So I did actually, my husband's like, you're crazy. I'm like, yeah, I know, but you love me. I did swatches for 4th of July. I'm like, I need the best. Okay, ignore how ugly this is because I did drop it and this one shattered and I had to like put alcohol in and then re-smash it back in there. I don't do like the whole like crush it up first. I just put the alcohol in because that makes, then you just let it sit there and get muddy and then you just press it in. But it kind of looks like this. I could clean it a little bit better. Sorry, I just blinded you. Anyway, I did swatches on the best red and blue for 4th of July. And I decided this red and this blue one, they're so incredibly beautiful. And so this palette is from Violet Voss. It's their Limeade palette. It's one of these little minis. I had not used Violet Voss, even though I got this palette and another palette in the Boxy add-on like a month or two ago. I just hadn't gotten around to it. The other one I want to use for fall because it's their Olive You, the one that's like olive green color, even though there's like only 2 green colors and the rest are all neutrals. But anyway, this palette is so cute. I think it was like $9 in their add-ons. It does stain. You can see I wiped it off. I cleaned it off with a wipe, but it's still like that. And I also cut my finger. Such is life. I am not a makeup artist. I just play with makeup. I just like to play. I'm an artistic person who likes makeup. Anyway, so I thought these were so cute together. So I made a cute, I think, 4th of July look. That's on my Instagram feed. So if you're interested in taking a look at that, that's there. But those two won, and so I decided that this was it. So I did that for Sunday, and then I did, I think I did this top. It would be the top row, but I have it upside down to try to hold to hide the mirror. I did green on the bottom and then kind of a progression of these with the yellow on the inside and then this orangey color on the outside. And then yesterday I did purples and pinks. So yeah, this is a great palette and it is so well pigmented. I mean, even these, like this green, that's a little bit loose here too. I might have to put some something on that. I'm just going to swatch these 4. So there's the green, the yellow, the pink, and the purple. Do you see how incredibly pigmented those are? Oh my goodness, the lighting here is so much better than at the last place. You guys can actually see what I'm swatching. But this is a $9 palette. Okay, I paid $9 for this palette. They have a purple one too. Oh, I'm going to swatch. Pinky swatches are never good. So look at those. Do you see that? Holy cow. Anyway, yeah, the performance is fantastic on this little palette. So they have a purple one, and y'all know I love my purples that I really want. So I'm going to try to get that at some point if I can manage it. We have some budgetary stuff. And I did make some little purchases. So for 4th of July, I almost did really well and didn't buy anything. But then Ofra, so Ofra's been getting all this hate. You all need to stop hating on Ofra because you actually have no idea why you're even hating on them except somebody told you that they might be racist and or might be Trump supporters. They are Trump supporters apparently, or were, but who cares? A lot of people are Trump supporters. They just are afraid to say it because people cancel them like they're trying to do with Ofra. It is not racist to support Trump. He's obnoxious, but he's not a racist. Anyway, we talked about that before. So I'm kind of like the anti-cancel culture. And so since people are like, oh, Ofra, they're so bad and we're going to cancel that, I'm like, okay, let me buy something from Ofra. So anyway, not really, because I wouldn't just buy something just to be the anti-cancel culture completely. But if somebody is really like going after a company or an individual basically because they expressed what they believe, whether or not I agree with them, and everybody's going after them, I'm going to support that person in one way or another, whether it's opening my mouth, spending my money at their company or whatever it is. Because I think that free speech should be encouraged no matter what, even if your speech is not good. Even if you're saying bad things, then we just need to like engage in dialogue and say, okay, well, this is the reason I disagree with you on that. But we don't need to cancel people because of what they dared to say something to agree with. Okay, whatever. I get going. It happens. Anyway, so BoxyCharm, I think this was before the whole thing with Ofra. Anyway, I might just cancel BaseBox because it seems like their premium has been better, but I might be wrong on that too. I don't know. I just added the premium last time for the ABH takeover, which should be this month, and I liked the premium last time. So who knows? Was it? Wait, no, maybe I didn't like. What did I get in their box? I have to review that. I don't remember. I don't remember anything. Anyway, so I got the Ofra one that was being like the selected one for the Boxy base. I picked the Ofra one. That was before the drama blew up and everything, and I knew that before I even knew that they were being canceled or supposedly being canceled, whatever. Or being disciplined by the social media world. Okay, we got to discipline these people for daring to believe something we don't believe, or daring to support a candidate we don't. I mean, in Haiti, they kill you. Not funny, but if they don't support you, they kill you. I mean, that's kind of where there's a lot of people in this country who would have assassinated Donald Trump in a second if they would have been able to, and still would if they'd be able to. And also, not just him, other presidents too. I mean, that's just kind of the way it is. There's crazy people in this world. Don't be one of them. Anyway, so back to Ofra. So then they sent out this thing that said it was free shipping. Well, there's one palette they have that's a purple, like a little 5-pan purple palette. That was a lot of peas. But anyway, and I really wanted that because it's purple. And I'm just a collector of purple palettes, apparently. Even ones that suck, which you'll see in a second here. Yeah, but I'm going to get rid of this one because this one just sucks. I think I'll get rid of it. There's one that's not too bad. But anyway, so I really wanted it, and it was like discounted down to $18. And I was like, oh, I could maybe do that if it's free shipping. And then I went on there, and it was discounted down to $12. So your girl just paid $12 for it. So I thought that was pretty good. So I'm waiting for that to arrive. And then Juvia's Place. I love me some Juvia's Place. I love Juvia's Place. They're so good. So they have those little quads that they came out with. I bought them. They also had a sale where they had, what's that like grungy, like green and yellow one? What's that palette? Can't remember the name of it. I grabbed that one, and I also grabbed there's one more. Was it the Masquerade? Is that what it is? Anyway, there's 2 palettes that I grabbed, and then I also grabbed one of their complexion sticks because I'm curious about it. And I'm slowly, like, as I'm getting all of the palettes, I'm trying to get into some of their other products too, because I have been really impressed with all of their products in general. They are made to criticize them. If they don't work for my skin, it is no criticism against the company because they are made for and by a different skin type. So if they fit for me, if they work for me, great. But if they don't, I'm not going to be like, oh my goodness, you should be more inclusive. No, you should just do what you do best, which is to make really pigmented stuff. And some people complain because their stuff's too pigmented, but I'm like, that's because you're pasty white like me. You learn how to work with it, or you go to Maybelline or something else that has like no pigmentation in it, or something else, Wet n Wild. Okay, let's talk about Wet n Wild since I'm dogging on them and you don't even know it. I've been seeing these guys displayed at my local Walmart, and I was like, they're purple, they're purple, they're purple, they're purple. It's been like a couple of months they've been sitting there. I should know something's sitting there for a couple of months that eventually it's just going to go on clearance. But this will probably go on clearance next week now that I've spent my money. I got this quad because, say it with me, it's purple. And I got a eyeliner, glittery eyeliner. also had glitter mascara, which yeah, no, not going to do that. I guess that would be more like for, you know, festivals and that sort of thing, which I don't really go to. But I, you know, whatever. I dress, I wear makeup like I'm going to a festival, like every day. And then this liquid eyeshadow. So I'm like, okay, well, this looks like it could make a cute look. I brought this home and I swatched it and then I put it on my eyes and I'll show you what I got. So there's one matte. That's, yes, exactly. It's purple, Nicole. This is actually not bad. It's dry. But it's not a bad warm tone purple. Yeah, so I put this on and to be fair, I had already had an eye look and it was a purple eye look, a purple leaning eye look. And so I just kind of put this over the top to see how it would perform. And this was not bad. This actually worked okay, which is, you know, purples are not easy to do. Then we go into this one. This is a shimmer, but can you see, this is that one. Sorry, I don't mean to be flipping you off, but that's what we got here. There's just not much sheen to it, which is fine. It's okay. But when I tried to put it on the lid, it was just like, it's okay. Right? So those colors are okay. And then I am not afraid of pressed glitter. I will wear pressed glitter if it performs. But here's what we got. My finger's getting so stained. I have the computer balanced on 4 cups. At the other place, it was balanced on books. So, you know, whatever. I'm not necessarily like improved or going downhill. I'm gonna get like glitter in the cut that's in my finger. Maybe I should use these 2 fingers. It's an older cut, but it's still, there's some loose skin. So this is loose skin, some open like little. You don't need to know that. It's getting borderline gross. I don't need to tell you about my injuries. So this is what it looks like. So we've got 1 glitter here and 1 glitter here. Now I've reached into these already, and I'm going to really dig into this and get as much glitter as I can. And then I'm going to show you my finger. It's Vaseline, literally, that's all it is. Vaseline with a little bit of glitter in it. And if I swatch it, that's what I get right there. What in the world? The crazy thing is, years ago, before I ever moved to Haiti, so I know it was a minute ago, I got another one of their glitters because I was like, ooh, glitter, because I am a child at heart, perpetually. Look at that. I can't get it to build up. Let me try the other one. I'm using my non-injured finger. Oh, that's a little bit better because I didn't dig into that as much. So this one's a little bit better, this one down here. But I had already basically when you first go into them, you can get an okay payoff. But then once you remove that top layer, so this is this one. Once you remove that top layer, it just becomes, I think that's it on that top layer. Well, it's still, let me try, I'm going to swatch it one more time down below. So this one seems to be performing a little bit better. The problem is because this is literally just in Vaseline. Like it feels like just lip gloss or something like that. On my hooded eyes, there's no way that these will last. None. Yeah, so that's a complete fail there. But to be fair, this is really the first and only palette that I've gotten this year that has been a complete fail. I'm pretty generous with stuff. These 2 are pretty, and I might just hang on to it for those 2, but then I'm like, why? Because I have purples that perform. I mean, this shimmer it's basically just a satin. This is a matte. I don't know. What do you guys think? Should I toss it? Should I give it to some poor child so they can put glitter in their eye and go blind? That was facetious. I'm not actually going to do that. I know people are going to be like, oh my goodness, how could you even consider that? I wouldn't actually do that. Okay, the other 2 things I got from Wet n Wild. Here's the eyeliner. When I first pulled it out, the brush was all like discombobulated and sticking out all over the place. It's gotten a little bit better now. I will swatch this for you. You see this brush is like, there's not really any way you're going to get a precise line with that, but I'm going to do as well as I can here. So this is what it looks like. Can you see that little line? I think you can see that, right? Yeah. So that's not bad. If you just need a little bit of shimmer, I'm going to let that dry down, and then I'm going to try to do another layer right over the top of that, see if I can build that up. Here is the liquid eyeshadow. So that's the glitter liner. Here's the liquid eyeshadow. And this is what this looks like. There's still fireworks going off outside, so you hear that? That's what it is. That is flippin' gorgeous. Do you see that? Ah! This was like $2 or $3 and something, I think. I want to go get some other colors of this. And they do dry down where they don't smudge. I have not really tried this a lot, but I did put it on my inner corner for just a short time. Really liked it. I think this would be a really pretty all over the lid sort of thing. Yeah, there's even like doing graphic looks with that. Oh my goodness, look at that. Look at that iridescence. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm going to let that sit for just a second and then see if I can build up the liner a little bit. Just make sure it's dry. Other goodies I got. So Boxy Charm, even though I dog on Boxy, the one good thing about them, or the primary good thing about them, excuse me, dropping things here, is that you get to do their add-ons. And then I guess they have the pop-up. I don't think I've actually gotten in on the pop-up, but the add-ons are good. Yeah. So before I've gotten a bunch of palettes from them, including the Violet Voss, really good deal. I've gotten some other really nice, I think I've gotten Huda, I've gotten Viviart. I've gotten some really good names from them. I got a Morphe one just because I wanted to try the formula, and it was like $10 or something like that. So it's a really good place to try different brands for like $10. They're not necessarily going to be newer palettes, but they're going to be decent representations of it. They're not necessarily discontinued. So I got these two Illuminati gel pens. This is a bright pink and this is a bright blue. I didn't know anything about these, but I'm all about liners. So I'm going to swatch these real quick. That one there. And you can see it's a really nice bright pink. And this is, sorry, I made that a little bit wide. It's kind of a nice medium brightish blue. It's not super bright. It's not like the pink is more neon. This is just a nice blue. So they are nice. And actually this has a little bit of a tint of tealish, like green in it. So it can go that way as well. But they do seem to smudge pretty well. So I wouldn't put them, oh, sorry, you can't see. I wouldn't put them in your waterline because you can just wipe them right off. I'm going to let that sit there as well. And also, I have not tried setting them with powder. That could help with these. So people have said that they're good for just like on the lid or below the lower lash line or something. So I might end up just using them for that. I don't think they're going to work for in the waterline or anything like that. But that's okay. I'll still use them. I like the colors. They are nice and creamy. They go on really nice and smoothly, and they're well pigmented. So not a fail. I did get one palette because can't say no to palettes. I've been doing good though. Well, okay, I have not. Let's be honest. I have not been doing good. It's not even guess. Not even pretend. I can't talk tonight. I need more coffee. Speaking of being tired all the time. Maybe if I drink water instead of coffee. We'll get to that. Ciate London. I have never tried them before. That does say Ciate London, in case you can't tell. I've not tried them before. This is the Editor palette, 18-piece eyeshadow palette. And this is quite a bit different than some others, but it's a really nice, muted, colorful palette. Look how pretty that is. So I did some swatches of this, and I put them on I think I put them on my regular feed. I'm going to go ahead and swatch with that janky finger and just try to use the other side that's not janky. And I'm just going to do 4 colors here for you. I'm not even going to tell you what they are because I probably forgot at this point. But just kind of 4 of the more colorful ones. So there's a green, an orangey matte, a blue satin, it looks like, and then a red, brick red sort of color. And none of these are super shimmery, but they're just really pretty. And I think this is going to be really nice in the fall and even in the winter. So I am looking forward to using it for that. I've not tried it on my eyes yet, but this will go in the stash, and I'll try to pull that out in the fall or winter time. I'm going to try to build up this little line that I said with the Wet n Wild and see what that does. See, that's what happens is sometimes the hair sticks up. You see that hair on the brush sticking up? And then, yeah, kind of weird. So let me see if it builds up at all. It does, but then it gets a little thicker too. So yeah, if you want to do an extra line right over the top, it does kind of make it a little more intense. That's this little thin line here on the liner. Yeah, so it could be cool for some really basic glittery graphic sort of ish, or if you want to do like really precision work, lay a dark graphic liner, like a black graphic liner, and then put this over the top. I think could be really pretty too. So last thing that I got in that Boxy, am I lying to you? Yeah, no, I'm not lying to you. Because it threw me off because I jumped over the Wet n Wild. This Marc Jacobs, I have never owned anything Marc Jacobs, and I wanted to feel bougie with the rest of y'all. So that's why I got this. And who doesn't need a silver lip gloss? I need a silver lip gloss. I'm going to actually put this on. I have not put this on my lips. I just swatched it on the back of my hand, looking for my mirror here. My little AOA Studio mirror that has all my stickers on it. I've got my Samantha March Ofra. Speaking of Ofra, yes, I dance with the devil. Okay, so we're going to see what this looks like on the lips, okay? All right, it's like a gloss and quite thick. It's not super opaque. It smells like mint. That's cute. I feel like this would be really cute in the wintertime because it's got that cool icy sort of thing. I think that's kind of cute. I just put it over. I have this Uma, however you say it. Somebody's got to tell us how. Sharon C needs to come and tell us how to say the name of this company. I put it over this that I just had basically a lip tint on before that, and so it's basically my lip color. I like that. I thought it would be more opaque, but it's not. I'm gonna swatch this on the back of my hand right next to this. So you can see this is how it's swatched. Pretty opaque, right? Pretty silvery. But on the lips, it just gives like a little silver tint. So that's kind of cool. We've moved to a noisier part of the Twin Cities. So you'll hear traffic. It happens. It's life. It's funny because people are like, it used to drive me nuts on YouTube channels where people would be like, I'm so sorry if you can hear my air conditioner. I'm like, I didn't even notice until you said that there's an air conditioner running. Or my neighbors are like doing construction. Like, I don't even care. Just keep talking. I'm not listening to them. Like, do people actually, I'm sure there are people though. Do people actually come by and just complain about the background noise? Unless it's extreme, who even cares? I don't know. Let's talk about beauty, babe. Let's talk about beauty, babe. Oh, wait, that's a different song. Completely inappropriate for somebody as chaste and whatnot as I am. Okay, Youtopia. I don't know what that means, but it seemed the eyebrows seem to be an appropriate mood. Oh, by the way, I've got this Maybelline Tattoo Studio on my eyebrows. And they're pretty impressive right now. I didn't have a spoolie handy, so I didn't comb through because they're a little clumpy. But I also knew I wasn't really going anywhere tonight, so I didn't really care about it. But it's pretty impressive. I don't know. It might be more than I want on my brows, but this is going in my daily basket for this month. I know I'm late, but because I didn't do the last live stream, I kind of messed it. I have something under my nail, and that's annoying me. Also, my nail polish is still from 4th of July. And it's all clear. It's a cheap one. It's the LA color stuff. All right, Youtopia. This is why you guys came. This palette, it's an all matte, pretty fun palette. When this came out, I was like, I need that. Prisco Hernandez is here. Welcome to our party. We're looking at Youtopia by Beauty Bay. So these came out and I went, hallelujah, and knew that I needed them in my life. Look how pretty they are. They're so bright and colorful. Okay, you know I like bright and colorful. Also, there's an ample amount of purple in this. I'm just going to swatch the, oh, well, hello. This is really dusty. But that's okay, because they're kind of a, I actually already have like a video of me swatching. Sorry, my yellow got a little pink in it, but there's the first row. And then, because they're really dusty, I have to shake off the palette a little bit here because some got into the other. And yes, I blew in my palette. Sue me. But they do seem to be really well pigmented. I'm going to be interested to compare these to some of the Profusion, which have kind of a really similar feel to them and seem to swatch similarly, but don't necessarily build real well on each other. So I'll be interested to see how these perform. But here's the last row, and I just love those colors. Oops, I turned. So that's what it looks like. So I did swatch these on my Instagram, which is the same handle. If you're on YouTube, you can find me over there. And I put a bunch more content than I do on these videos. But these videos are a whole different thing because you get to like hang out with me and talk about nonsense and my dog and my husband and things in general. And the coffee that I drink too much. Anyway, now my palette's ugly because I got pink in the yellow. Fail. But anyway, it's cute. I'm really looking forward to trying this. This will be a summer one, so I'll be putting this in the summer bunches and seeing if I can try this. I'm getting eyeshadow all over my new tablecloth. It's a red tablecloth, so hopefully it won't show up that much and my husband doesn't come in and say, why is there glitter all over the tablecloth? Because you married me. All right, this is a water-activated liner. I'm not going to swatch this because it requires water activation, but I do have swatches of this already up on my Instagram, and you can see that I've used it. I almost used it with my eye look today. I wanted to use the Stark Purple, but then I was like, I'm totally going to mess it up. But I might try it later, just before I take my eyeshadow off. That's a really good way to practice if you don't know how to do this sort of thing, like me. Just go in and just before you take off your makeup, play around with it and stuff like that. Do what you want, and then take it off because nobody's going to see and nobody's going to care. But I'm really excited. This was $10, I believe. One of these was 10 and this was maybe 12. And this was maybe 10. I don't know. Anyway, one was 10 and one was 12. And as soon as they sent me a notification that said it was back in stock, I grabbed it because I really wanted that one. The other one that I'm looking at that I really want is the Menagerie is doing a restock. And I'm not sure which ones I want. I know that I want the Bat palette, which is its Flight Club palette. It's purple. I have to have it. I really, really want that. And then I'm curious about Annette's palette. I also have the Club Nebula. So I'm not sure if those are too similar. I don't think they are, but I don't know. They might be, and that would irritate me if I that's a good chunk of money. It's not a cheap place. And then, sorry, I'm trying to wipe off this stuff on the tablecloth. I'm just gonna smash it into it more. Anyway, so, and then they have the Feral palette that looks really pretty. So I don't know. I'm not sure which ones of them that I really want, but those three are the ones that are calling my name. I might see if I can pick up two. Otherwise, if nothing else, I do want the Flight Club. Anyway, so one more makeup related thing. I wanted to show you what's going to be changing over in my daily basket. So this has been my basket. I have two baskets. This is my pan basket. That means everything in this basket, I'm basically, it's in constant rotation and I'm trying to use it up. And then once I use up an item, then I replace it with another similar item. Some of the items in here I only have one of. For example, this AOA Studio glitter primer, I only have one. There's some other things I, like this is almost gone. I basically just use this for like shimmers and stuff like that, wetting a brush. Yeah, so there's some things I only have one of it in there. And then this is the one that I used for the month to try to focus on products that I'm not necessarily trying to use up, but it just helps me to cycle through changing that one out. So then that means every day, the rule that I make for myself is I can pick from either one of those, but I try to alternate back and forth and make sure they're both getting decent amounts of use. Those are my rules. Kind of loose rules, but they help me to make sure I'm rotating through and I'm enjoying things and I'm getting to know the makeup that I'm getting instead of just acquiring a bunch of stuff that I'm not using. Anyway, but before that, I was going to talk a little bit about PCOS fatigue. It's really interesting because I was feeling so tired. My husband keeps asking me, like, why are you tired all the time? And then I started seeing a bunch of things that were being posted on Instagram about PCOS fatigue. So I have PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. I assume that some people who watch this also do. I know that several of my friends also have it. My niece has it. So it's not an uncommon condition. I know there's a lot of things that we get, like thinning hair and facial hair and skin tags and belly fat and just weight gain in general, swelling, fatigue, infertility, a bunch of different issues. And this affects us like so much in life in general. Irregular periods is a huge one. And then a lot of pain related to those, to periods or not, to ovulation and stuff like that, that sort of thing. So anyway, I've been like super tired. And so I think the issue that I'm up against right now is I'm trying to identify what's making me tired. And coffee is one of those things that's like, it's like darned if I do and darned if I don't, right? I don't use potty language on here. I'm not adverse to potty language if you want to use it, but I just don't because. And so, yeah, I drink coffee and I was off coffee for a while, and then I was finding I was even more tired. So then I'm like, I basically have to drink coffee just to function. The problem is right now, there's so many different things that can make you tired with PCOS. One is just PCOS. Having PCOS makes you tired. It just runs your body down. Caffeine can make you tired, but then lack of caffeine can also make you tired. Exercise, lack of exercise can make you tired, but then you can be so fatigued that you can't exercise. And then like not drinking enough water. And that's one of the problems with coffee is go ahead and drink coffee, but then you have to drink enough water to balance it out. So for every cup of coffee, you should drink like 2 cups of water, sort of thing. And then also things like related to diet can affect that and whatnot, having too much of certain kinds of foods that can affect that. Clearly, I mean, because it can affect metabolism. And so I'm trying to figure out the things that are really affecting it. Also stress and lack of sleep. And so right now I'm like, what do I do to stop being so stinking tired all the time? My husband works nights and that has my schedule messed up. So like last night I had to drive him because it was an unfamiliar area for him. And he was just not, he hasn't been here in the US very long. And so he's just not familiar with the roads. And so I'm like, okay, well, I'll drive him and I'll pick him up. Well, then that meant because he doesn't know how long he's going to have to stay, because sometimes he works extra in the morning and he goes in at night. So like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm having to check in on him. And then I go back to sleep for a little bit and then I wake up and see. And so that sort of thing is just really messing me up. So it's something that I can't really be avoided right now. But now tonight he drove himself. Thank God. So now I have to work to get on a schedule. So then I have the question, like, do I use a sleeping aid to help me sleep? Or do I just try to get myself back on a schedule? Do I make myself stay awake until I'm tired and then, make myself tired the next day so I get to bed early? I don't know. How do you guys do it? How do you guys deal with just being fatigued? And I know some of it is age too. You know, when I was younger, I could go and go and go and go and go, which was not good for my body. But, you know, even though I was tired, I just didn't stop. And so, you know, I just had a bunch of energy to live life. I don't know. So then I'm like, okay, so I need to make sure I'm drinking enough water, even if I drink coffee. And then because we're here in an apartment, we don't have a backyard. So Rainbow goes out about 4 times a day. That's getting me like walking more. And we don't go super far. I need to get her into dog parks, but I found out here where we are, we have to get actually a license for her to get into the dog park, like buy a membership for her or something like that. So I'll have to check that out. Other than that, you know, she's just on the leash. And so she's not getting a huge amount of exercise outside, but I play with her in the house and stuff like that too. Because I can't run with her, you know, she runs like crazy. So when she goes, she goes. So right now we're just, I don't know. So I'm dealing with that right now. I'm tired, and also we just moved, and I was sleeping on the sectional, the couch for a few days. We just got the bed, and it's so comfortable. Oh my goodness! If you guys have not, if you guys are looking for a bed, highly recommend the bed in the box, the beds that are like all smushed down, mattresses. We got the 12-inch from Walmart.com, ordered it. It was supposed to come today, and it actually came on Monday, which was great. It's really heavy. My husband looked at it and said, "What in the world did you order?" I guess my sister-in-law, she's Mexican, so it's the same kind of similar thing. Like, what are these crazy Americans doing? When my brother got one, he was the one that recommended to us. He said the same thing. He's like, she was mad at him because she's like, "I can't sleep on that thing. It's only this thick." And then it opened up and kind of, and then, I mean, it didn't, you know, I guess you could get hurt, but it wasn't that much force that it opened up with. And then, yeah, and it's super comfortable. You would never guess that it was able to get smashed down to, I mean, it was probably this thick for the mattress. So that was pretty impressive. Really comfortable. And then we just got a platform bed that's pretty easy to take apart and put back together. And the thought is we're not going to be here super long, so I don't want stuff that's difficult to move. So I like the sectional because it came in 5 pieces, so we can take those, and you know, it's much more easy to move them that way. So we're not trying to get a bunch of stuff. But anyway, I was sleeping on the couch for a few days, and then I just wasn't sleeping because, you know, on the couch is not super comfortable. And so I'm hoping it will be easier and there'll be less stress here, and I can kind of get into a rhythm of things. But my goodness, I've been tired. I'll keep you guys updated. I don't know if you care, but I know I've got some PCOS sisters that are that frequent my pages and my social media and these videos, and so I thought I would share that with you. So let's go through. I'm not going to show you my project pan because nothing really got panned. I just used it. I'm going to put my foot up over here. Excuse me. Okay. I had to like wedge it underneath the table onto the chair. But I'm going to show you what I had in my basket, my daily basket for last month, and then what will remain here, because there are a few things that I'm going to keep in here, and then what I'm taking out. So I'm just going to grab the first thing. I have this Eloise Get Gleaming Body Glow Illuminator. I got this in Boxy or Ipsy. I'm not sure. I don't remember which one. A couple months ago, and it is really pretty. It has a really pretty glow to it. A really pretty golden sheen. I've used this a couple times just as a highlight kind of underneath my foundation, and it works really well, or just over the top of my foundation, I guess, just kind of dabbed in. It's really pretty for just a natural glow. And I think I like it that way, maybe the best. I also, if I was going to be going out more, maybe would put it on my arms and my legs. Not really on my legs because I'm really bad about shaving my, not bad. I don't like to shave my legs. So there. And so I don't want to necessarily draw attention to the fact that I have hairy legs. I do shave periodically, maybe once a week, maybe once every 2 or 3 weeks, depending. I don't care. It's my legs. Don't worry about my legs. You worry about your legs. I'll worry about my legs, okay? Anyway, this is going to stay in here because I do want to use it a little bit more. And it's not, I don't have another product that's really the same as that. So then I used a lot of number 7, Lift and Illuminate. I love number 7. I think they can do no wrong. So this is Lift and Illuminate Primer. It seems to work really well at blurring. It's just a good primer. It's not extraordinary, but it works really well with the other number 7 products. And so, yeah, I'm excited to try that again. I have no complaints about it. But this stuff, number 7, this is the Airbrush Away Tinted Skin Perfector. Comes out really moussey. This is so good, and it looks so beautiful on the skin. It's like pillowy, cushiony when it comes out, and actually comes out looking a little bit dark. That's what it looks like. I just took a tiny bit because I don't want to waste it showing it to you guys. But when it goes on the skin, it just like becomes the skin. And it's just so gorgeous. So this with that, and then topped with the infamous Charlotte Tilbury dupe. The number 7, I had to clean it off because there are fingerprints and whatnot. You can see my, hi computer. So number 7, this is the pressed powder. I have not tried the loose powder, but I hear it's about the same. It's gotten a little bit of use to it, but this is the number 7 Lift and Illuminate Triple Action Finishing Powder in light medium. Fantastic powder, so pretty. Put it on, it blurs everything. Those 3 products together are so blurring, and I am eager to get back to them, but there's other things that I need to try. So I will move away from them for the time being, and they will be replaced. I'll show you in a second what they're being replaced with. I'll show you in a little bit. I also, okay, so I've got number 7. This is their concealer. This is a little bit dark for me, but so this is the light medium. I should have just gotten the light. Sorry, it's upside down. And I think I would get the light, but this is basically skin tone and even almost a little bit olivey on me. It doesn't look like that in here, but when you pull it out, it almost has like a grayish greenish sort of tint to it. So I feel like it's almost a little bit olive, but it's a very, very, very nice concealer. Highly recommend. And then with that, I've been using the Tarte Shape Tape Glow Wand. I don't know if I really get the point. I think if you have a good concealer, you don't need this. And I don't really see a huge difference. Maybe I need to like take some side-by-side pictures. But because I don't have another product like this, I will use this again. I will keep this in here, and I'll continue to try to use it. I did use the concealer I used today. Did look a little bit drying under the eyes. Let me take a peek here. If it still looks that way. And I think that, oh my goodness, my base today just looks awful. Fortunately, you guys can see it. It looks a little better, but I think this might actually just help. Well, if it looks drying. I think it's just a combination of products. And I hope I don't have that problem for the whole month because that's what's in here. If that's the case, I'm going to have to like cycle some things out. Anyway, the e.l.f. Halo Glow Setting Powder. I don't have another loose setting powder in here, so I think I'm going to keep this one in. I didn't use it enough to really get the idea. People rave about this. I think it's going to be more of a winter thing that's really going to impress me if it does. I don't see it as much now, but that will stay in the basket too. Another one that will stay in the basket is this one. This is the Luna Magic Pink Eyelash Primer. It does really definitely give a little bit of boost under your lashes, under your mascara. The problem is you have to really coat them in order to cover up all of the paint, but such is life. So I will hang on to that in here too because I don't have another lash primer. Just so that it's there if I want to use it. The number 7 Lash Extender. This is a nice mascara. It's a very natural looking mascara. Not my absolute favorite. This is in black, but it is a nice mascara that will be retired for the time being. Wow Brow, e.l.f. Wow Brow. Love this stuff. This is my favorite brow product at the moment. But this is being retired because I've got another one that I'm trying out. This is the lip that I've been using, the AOA Studio Lip Pop. I really, really like these, and I want to get more colors. I will be retiring this, but I'll put this actually in my lippies because I still want it available for me because I still like to use it quite a bit. It's a great nude lip gloss, you know, kind of opaque, slightly opaque lip gloss. So, and then I put this one in here as well. I should just show you the lippies that I got in here. I've got a few that I was like, well, maybe if I stick them in here, I'll use them. I didn't really use much that was in here because I just reached into my lip drawer, my lip bag, and I have, these are the other ones I put in there. So this is the LA Colors Lip Plumper. It's like a purple. This is one I got from the dollar store a while back, and I was like, maybe I'll use that up. MAC, not quite dollar store. This is a really pretty color that I got from, this is Bated Breath, and I got this in, was Boxy or Ipsy, I don't know which one. It's a nice color. I think it's more fall, but I wanted to try it anyhow, and I don't think I actually tried it all this month. This is e.l.f., one of their little crayons, lip crayons, and this is the natural one, and it really is, it's actually a little bit light, but I do like this for kind of lightening up others that are a little bit too dark. So that's a good one to hang on to. And I might actually just put, I think I'll put this one back in just so it can be kind of a base for the others. LA Girls Oh So Shiny. This is a red. Again, another dollar store, but it's a really cute, bright red, orangey red sort of color that I was enjoying. And then LA Girl. Okay, that's LA Colors. This is LA Girl. LA Girl Matte. And I don't think I use this at all this month. This one, it does come off a little bit. It doesn't, like, it streaks a little bit, but what I found the trick is put it over a gloss or something that gives a little bit of slip to it, and then it will glide on. It won't be as opaque, but it will glide on and give the color and look a lot better that way. So those ones are coming out. This one is the only one that will stay in the basket for right now. I am taking these, so I have the one and done shadows that I put in here because I want to use them. Otherwise, I won't use them if they're not in my daily basket, and I still don't use them very often. This one I might have used twice. This is a little e.l.f. Purple. I love it. It's great, but I usually just do it a full look with whatever palette I need, so not getting as much use. That one's getting retired. I may actually pop this one in to the new basket just so I can try it, because why not? And then this is the other one, the Naked. These are pressed pigments, and I got this from Ipsy. So there's 4 like this, neutrals, and I think I might have used this once or twice this month. I just don't get the use out of these one and dones. So, you know, they're okay. These are just not that special. I actually like the e.l.f. one a lot better because that one is great for like more precision work and stuff like that. It stays put where it needs to be. Similar to, it's actually a similar formula to the Wet n Wild liner. Okay, this brow product, this is the e.l.f. Instant Lift Brow Pencil. And I use this once or twice, not very much, but I would probably keep this in here because I don't have another brow pencil in here. I do in my project pan have a brow pen, the ABH one, which I'm not crazy about, but trying to use it up. But this one I'll keep in here just so that I have one if I want to fill in or shape or anything. The ABH Eye Primer. This is okay. It's really, it comes off really ashy because it's white and it gives that cast, which I don't really like because then you have to really cover everything, which kind of defeats the point. And it also seems to be a little more drying than, for example, what I've got right now is Milani, or in here, the one that I use is the Essence one. And even though those are way cheaper, I kind of like them a little bit better because I feel like they're more skin-like. I didn't notice that this was necessarily that much better of a primer. And I didn't really like the effect that it had. So that one will come out for the time being. Back to number 7, bronzer and blush. I know I'm not going in order. That's okay. This is the bronzer. It is a beautiful bronzer, but it is a little bit more cool tone. This is more of a wintry sort of color, but I wanted to try it, so I did. There's just, you know, that's what it looks like. It's a beautiful bronzer, but it's not super summery or anything like that. So it's possible that Instagram is going to die on me because it just sent a notification that my phone is low. So I'll go quickly. Number 7 blush. This one is in Damps and Mist. Oh, this bronzer is in Maple. Beautiful blush. This is really, really nice. And I think that one's especially going to be nice in the fall and winter. And then the last thing I have in here is the CoverGirl Simply Ages Instant Wrinkle Blurring Pressed Powder. This is the powder foundation. I'm going to keep this one in here because I like to have a product like this, especially for summer, and I don't have another one. So I'm going to keep that one in here. Okay. So these are the things that are remaining. Oh, that's going to go in there. Wait. Is the halo powder going to come out? No, I'm going to take the halo powder out because I've got air spun over here that I don't need. So these are the products that are staying in the basket from last time. And here's what I'm adding to it. So my base, let's try to go according to application. So a hydrating primer. This is a little gripping primer from Hard Candy that I got from the Walmart beauty box. And so I'm going to put this in here and try to use a little bit more. I did use it today, and it separates everything is separating really badly, and I don't know what it is, but I feel like I have that problem again with this. I will try it a couple more times, and if I continue to have that problem, bye-bye. But we're going to try it because we can. And then and this is mostly what I used today. So this is the Woma, I don't know. Anyway, this one is in Fair Lady T2 foundation. Right now I don't have great things to say about it because, again, it's separating with that, but I feel like maybe with a different primer it might work better. We'll see. Concealer, the e.l.f. Hydrating Camo Concealer. This one did seem to settle a little bit into my fine lines where I don't necessarily have that problem with the number 7 one. So I don't know, but the coverage is good. We're going to keep trying that one and seeing if I like it any better as we go. Milani Eyeshadow Primer. This is one that I do quite like, and so I'm happy to have that one back. I prefer that one to the ABH. Let's go with bronzer. So this is the e.l.f. St. Lucia, the contouring blush and bronzing powder. So this is what it looks like. It's got this really pretty peach with a little bit of iridescence in it, and then this really nice, almost, I think this is more of a cooler toned bronze. I don't know if you can really see, but they're really nice natural colors. So I really like getting into this one. I'm glad to have that duo. And I also have added this e.l.f. In Radiant Peach. This is just a little radiant blush that I got in not my last e.l.f. purchase because that was just the new stuff that they had. But before that, I made a little haul. And so that will go in here. That's a nice, radiant, summery, peachy, happy, warm color. And we're getting there. We're getting there. Essence All About Matte Fixing Powder. This is going to go in here. And this is supposed to be waterproof. I have no idea. Maybe I'll jump in the swimming pool or run through the sprinkler one of these days and see if it is. e.l.f. Putty Bronzer. So I will be interested to try this both with and without that other one over the top. I've tried it a couple of times and I do quite like it. So we'll see. This guy, I have this on my inner corner and I also have it up here and I also have it on my cheeks. I don't know if you can tell, but holy cow. So this is from Odin's Eye, and this is their highlight. And I think I have this on my cheeks and I have this on the inner corner, I think. I think that's what I have. This is so good. It's so incredibly pigmented. Let me just swatch these for you just because I know you want it. So let's go here. 1. Do you see that? 2. This one here just drives me nuts. It's purpley, bluish, greenish. Look at those. So pretty. So definitely not natural highlights, but fun summery highlights. And I figure this is festival season. So darn it, I can wear my makeup like I'm going to a festival, whether or not I am. Okay, this is the one that I am substituting the Brow Wow with. This is the Maybelline Tattoo Studio Brow Gel, the one I've got in my brows right now. It's much more pigmented, much more thick, and there's just more product. And I don't see that it has the fibers in it, but maybe. You guys already saw this, so I'll stick this one in. I have these two, and I'm going to go ahead and keep these two in here. This is the Oma, it's complicated, lip oil in. This one is Softy, and this one is Peng. Sorry, I can't read anything because I'm old and decrepit. So I can only see things when they're far away with my glasses. If I take my glasses off, I can read it. Anyway, really cute colors, really great for summer. I love this raspberry sort of color. So pretty. Elf, another Elf from their Paradise, whatever, collection last year. And this was on clearance, so I grabbed it. Such a great liquid shadow to put on the inner corner. Let me just do a little swatcheroo here. Really pretty, silvery. Again, another one great for festival type season. I got a little chunky at the bottom there. We'll just straighten that out. That'll be fun for graphic looks and stuff too. Another Elf. This is their purple gel liner. So I will be excited to play with that a bit. And I've got an L'Oreal One and Done. This is their infallible. I don't think they have these anymore, but this is a really pretty One and Done shadow. We'll see how much use I get out of it. I just don't use One and Done, so I just need to not have them. But I'm going to use them anyhow. And then I have two mascaras. I didn't decide which one to use. These are both my newest mascaras. This is the Oma or Uma or Yoma or Ya, whatever it is. And this is the Elf Big Mood mascara. And so I'm going to use them. I'm going to keep them both in here and then compare them and see, because I couldn't make up my mind. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is the wrap. That's all we got. So we talked about moving. We talked about having PCOS and being extremely tired. We talked about my little hauls. We talked about how Wet n Wild don't even mess with their glitters. But these ones, and where's the other one? This one is good, and this other one, wherever it is fantastic. It already disappeared on me, but the shadow is great, and I'm going to get more of those. I think this is cool too, but I want to try maybe another color of this as well and see if it gives any more. This Marc Jacobs is kind of fun. Ciate London is kind of cool. These two Illuminati pencils are maybe okay, but they're not going to be for the wider line. Youtopia, I really like this from what I can see, but I haven't really used it that much. This, I think I'm going to have a lot of fun with it. And that's basically all we've got. We talked about quite a bit of stuff. I'm tired. Time for a nap. You know, I won't sleep though. I say I'm tired, but I won't sleep. Partly because I'm drinking coffee, and partly just because I can't sleep. Anyway, but it was great to see you guys again and have you guys come in and join me. I am so thrilled to have you guys visiting. I am almost to 5K on my Instagram, which means that I will finally be having that giveaway that I keep talking about. That will be coming up here shortly. And I'm hoping that I can have maybe a giveaway at 100 on YouTube. I am not quite at 50. But y'all can help me on that. So go over to my YouTube. My YouTube and my Instagram are the same handle, 40Plus, spelled exactly the same way. So if you're on one, you can find me on the other. And then, yeah, do me a favor and help me out and share and like and subscribe and comment. Commenting and interacting is really the biggest thing that you can do. Leave a comment. Tell me what you think of my goodies. That's not nearly as inappropriate as it sounded. And tell me what you think of all of the products that I talked about and anything else you got to say. How do you keep from getting tired? Don't tell me to stop drinking coffee. Okay, you can tell me that. I'll take it. I might not listen, but I'll take it. And I'll see you guys in the next one, which will be Sunday afternoon, if all goes according to plan. I may also add something here. We'll talk about that too. I might actually do some like get readies with me and or get unreadies with me. Get unready with me. Yeah, we might do something like that too. So we'll see. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining. Have a good night.